NBA. The players that almost died. Before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe. Here we go. Player number 1, Damian Lillard. Lillard is one of the most explosive players in the league and has proven himself over the span of his career. The Trail Blazers point guard has had a remarkable career. However, he almost didn't make it to the NBA. Lillard grew up in Oakland, California, where he was surrounded by gang activity and violence. On a night in 2008, Lillard was walking home from basketball practice. He waited at the bus stop for the next bus to arrive. While he was waiting, 3 masked men surrounded him and demanded him to empty his pockets. Lillard stood up to the attack and fought back. After he took on the 3v1, one of the masked men pulled out a weapon and pointed it in between his eyes. Lillard quickly pulled the $10 bill out of his pocket and gave it to the robbers. He reflected on the moment, saying, "I realized one pull of the trigger and I was dead on the spot." Lillard luckily got home safe, and this moment would scar him forever.
Number 11 right now in the Western Conference. Lillard with the drive.
And Pascal didn't want to pick up his second foul.
Chris is in for Golden State. Mid-range shot will go in. Oklahoma, here comes Whiteside with the shot. Rebound Horde. Out to Lillard, 3. Far. Picked up by D'Angelo Russell with a floater inside.
Number 2. Dennis Rodman. Rodman was a Hall of Famer who was one of the most well-known players of his era. Everyone knows his impact in the court, but what if he never made it to the biggest stage? That very well could have happened. In 1993, Rodman was a member of the Detroit Pistons when he had a serious suicidal debate. Rodman pulled over in the parking lot of the Palace. He had a gun rack with a loaded gun in his hand. He was listening to Pearl Jam while contemplating his suicide. Despite the harsh thoughts, he fell asleep in his car in the parking lot. When he awaked, he was greeted by many cop cars and concerned pedestrians. Good thing he was spotted, or we may have never been able to witness his great career.
He just wants it a little bit more than everybody else right now.
That's what Dennis does. He does it better than anybody in the league.
Reggie Miller, 21-footer, no. Rebound Rodman. Great football feed, way up to Sally for the slam.
Player number 3. Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh. Bosh felt a tremor in his left rib cage. He was tested and it came back as an interior muscle tear. Nobody thought much about it and he continued to play through the discomfort. Then, Bosh experienced chest pains and other discomforts. He then went to the doctor's office and was diagnosed with several blood clots in his lungs. According to doctors, these originated from a left calf contusion. The blood clots blocked an artery in his lung, creating a pulmonary embolism. That blockage also killed some lung tissue, causing a separate condition called pulmonary infarction. Bosh spent a week in the hospital, fearing first for his life and then his career. He had tubes in his chest for most of that time, sucking fluid out from the space around his lungs. The scars on his body are still there. As he made the slow trek to recovery, he could barely get out of bed for days after surgery. Bosh took the time to rethink his priorities. Doctors found another blood clot in his leg following the All-Star break when he tried to return. Bosh took it easy and his recovery was hard, but he pulled through.
Bosh ahead of the field, fouled and one. A rare time, poor transition defense from San Antonio.
Great lead pass by James. Soft foul by Ginobili. 3-point play.
Player number 4. Paul Pierce. On September 25, 2000, Pierce was stabbed 11 times in the face, neck, and back and had a bottle smashed over his head while at the Buzz Club, a nightclub in the Boston Theater District. He had to undergo lung surgery to repair the damage. Witnesses say that Pierce was attempting to separate the fighters when he was stabbed. Tony Botti, Pierce's teammate at the time, along with Botti's brother, saved him by rushing him to a nearby hospital. He went on to play all 82 games that year. Only weeks after Pierce was almost stabbed to death, a manager at Morton's restaurant had a call waiting for him while he was at the restaurant. The voice on the other end threatened, "I'm going to kill you."
Back to Pierce, another three. Puts it in. Stop there. Fake penetration finds him again. Good look, good execution, and Pierce really playing a point guard position then. Pierce to the basket. Lots of contact. Count it out.
He's just bodying up. Good rip-through move by Pierce. Great.